I wanted to do it because I was an overnight success in Mexico. I got a show that, it wasn't like a prime time show, and like we had 61 points of rating, and they moved it up to prime time, and it was my first job, actually, kind of. It was my second job, but so it happened really fast. But what I really wanted to be was a good actress. So I went back to theater, and I did a play by Alan Ayckbourn, which was an ensemble piece. So I wasn't the star of it, and it was a legitimate, comedy. And I got like one of the best directors, most respected directors to direct me. And the day the thing opened, and I surrounded myself with like really good actors, but that were very popular also. They had cards that would say, "I love you, Teresa," which was the name of my show. And they're like, and we had people sitting on the aisles. It was like a huge success, but it was not about my work. I became a persona. I knew that if I had any talent, this was going to kill it. I started all over again. I went to school. I took 2 years to learn English, to improve in my craft, to settle down, get my feet back on earth, and decide what I wanted to do next. And what I wanted to do next was to work here, because what I always wanted to do was to do films. I was crazy about films ever since I was a little girl. This is a very tough career. I mean, I'm in my way, and I couldn't be happier. And I found that it's a privilege, because there's so many people that would like to be where I am right now. But it's just the beginning, it's a long way, and it's very exciting to know that you have to do all this strategy to stay there. And what I want to do with my career is I wanna be able to make the choices that are going to make me grow all the time as an artist, more than as a celebrity, or that's not where I'm going. I really hope this movie does great, and it goes beyond a personal satisfaction. I don't know how to tell you. There was such a good atmosphere in that film.
From everyone that I've talked to who has seen it, and from people that night who are raving about that movie, you are like right on the edge of big time fame here. Now you've already had that one.
Yeah.
What do you think that would be like here? Would you be ready? I mean, would it be different here? Would you be ready for that?
I was born ready for that. What are you talking about? Of course I'm ready for that. I'm ready for whatever it comes, If it comes huge, I'm ready for it. If it comes small, I'm ready for it. I'm grateful for either way. I'm just grateful. I hate it. I don't like doing something like that. No, it's not. I hate to disappoint the public and every single woman probably, but it's not the most fun thing to do. It's not my favorite thing. I had a lot more fun doing other scenes, like the flying scene, and I gotta say, I didn't want to do it. I said, "Robert, can you use a double?" And he said, "I can't afford it. You want to pay for it?" And at the time, I didn't really think about it. I said, "I can't afford it either." No, the kisses were good. He's a good kisser. I gotta say, he kisses really nicely. It's still work, but, sometimes it's like more pleasant or less pleasant to do this part of the work. And he's a good kisser. We kiss good together.
Wow, this love scene you guys have in the movie, unbelievably steamy. Beautiful, though. How hard are those things to do? How uncomfortable?
They are extremely hard and extremely uncomfortable. But I could have not done it on better circumstances. Number one, I totally trust Robert.
Right.
I mean, he's the best.
Right.
And the set, it was a closed set. Robert's wife is my best friend, Elizabeth.
Right.
She's the producer in the film too, and she was there with me. There was a girl in you know,
Right.
in there, so that made me feel a
Calming
lot
your
better.
nerves.
She's like cover me every time she can. She's like there with the code, you know, ready
Right.
to jump in, and she's like mortified just as much as I was. The hair and makeup person, it's a very good friend of mine for a very long time. And so I didn't feel uncomfortable around him. And the photographer, the cinematographer, it's from Mexico, and he's a very, very good friend of mine also. So I was among friends, and Antonio was wonderful about it.
How do you feel though when you watch it? It must be hard to watch.
Very hard, yes.
What goes through your mind and your...
The first thing that goes through my mind is, oh my God, my father has to swear to me he's going to close his eyes when he sees this, you know. And then I try to like make myself strong and say, okay, this is completely cool, you know, Meryl Streep's done it, everybody's done it, you know, what's the big deal about it? Just get over it and don't think about it. And
Right.
so I keep talking to myself, trying to get me to ignore it.
Right.
It's kind of hard.
It's got to be hard, but it is a beautiful scene.
I like it that people like it so much, though.
Yeah.
They tested the film, and it turned out that they asked which is your favorite scene out of the whole movie, and 3% said the love scene.
Wow.
So I said, okay, I guess it's not so bad.